The room went quiet after she said it. Not stunned quiet, satisfied quiet. 18 candles burned on the cake like a countdown. My stepdaughter didn't blink when she spoke. She didn't need to. She had rehearsed this. My wife sat beside her, hand resting lightly on the table, nodding like a verdict had just been read aloud. Her real dad will take it from here. That was the moment I understood I was already gone. I just hadn't packed yet. I remember smiling, not because I wasn't hurt, because I was done being surprised. I'd met my wife 8 years earlier. She had tired eyes and a laugh that felt borrowed, like she didn't expect it to last. Her daughter was 10, guarded, watching. I respected the distance. I didn't try to replace anyone. I just showed up. Every game, every recital, every night she said she wasn't hungry and I cooked anyway. I paid for braces without announcing it. I opened a college fund and never mentioned the balance. I fixed the roof twice. I refinanced the house so we could breathe. I learned the rhythm of a family that wasn't mine and kept my steps in time. I thought that counted. The shift didn't come with a scream. It came quietly. Missed dinners, a locked phone, her ex's name drifting back into conversation like a ghost everyone pretended not to see. My wife grew efficient with me, polite, like a coworker nearing the end of a project. I noticed my stepdaughter stopped calling me dad when she needed something. She only used my name, sharp, clean, like she was practicing. The proof arrived one night in a reflection. I walked past the study and saw my wife smiling at her phone. Not a small smile, a private one. I didn't confront her. I didn't need to. The messages were still open when she left it charging in the kitchen. I read enough to stop feeling confused. I closed the phone, plugged it back in, kissed her goodnight. That was the night I stopped reacting. I didn't cry. I planned. I met with a lawyer during lunch breaks, quietly. I learned what was mine, what was joint, what was assumed but never promised. The house was in my name, always had been. The college fund was mine. I'd opened it. I'd funded it. No paperwork tying it to anyone else. I waited. On her 18th birthday, they finally said it out loud. They thought honesty would hurt less than secrets. They were wrong. Honesty just gave me clarity. So I disappeared. Not dramatically, no shouting, no slammed doors. I signed papers. The house went on the market the next morning. I accepted the first clean offer. Cash. Quick close. I transferred the college fund into a trust. Not for her. For me. For the years I'd postponed my own life. I canceled the cards, the subscriptions, the silent safety nets they didn't know existed. I packed only what I brought into that marriage, which turned out to be almost nothing according to them. What I left behind was deliberate. The day escrow closed, I walked through the empty house one last time. The walls echoed. The silence felt earned. I placed a single envelope on the kitchen counter. No note of anger, no threats, just documentation. Copies of statements, dates, amounts, the total cost of my disappearance, and a simple line at the bottom. You asked for forever. This is what it looks like. I locked the door and left the keys on the counter. They came back to an empty house and a voicemail from the realtor. Shock doesn't scream, it sinks. I wasn't there to see it, but I can imagine the math setting in, the way reality rearranged itself around their assumptions. My wife called first, then texted, then emailed. Apologies bloomed like weeds. She said she never meant for it to go this far. She said we could talk. She said I was being cruel. I didn't respond. My stepdaughter sent one message, just one. You ruined everything. I smiled again. This time, it reached my eyes. I didn't ruin anything. I stopped maintaining it. Weeks later, I ran into my wife at a grocery store. She looked smaller, tired. Her confidence had evaporated without the structure I'd built around it. She asked if we could talk. I told her we already had, 18 candles ago. She asked about the money. I told her her real dad would take it from here. That was the last conversation we ever had. I don't feel guilty. Guilt is for accidents. This was precision. Every move was legal, clean, quiet. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't beg to stay where I wasn't wanted. I gave them exactly what they asked for. Forever is a long time to underestimate someone who was holding everything together, and the silence they live with now, that's my final gift.